Hey everyone, Coder Steve here. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers. If you like my videos, give them a like. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, please subscribe. In my last video, I did a PHP blog, how to create a PHP blog, and that was part 1. So we're going to continue that one now and go from there. So firstly, we'll go to the website, and this is what we created. And as in the last video, we got as far as here. So we're gonna change this now, change this page and get it ready to make it look more presentable. So I'll start by going to my code, and this is my index file, and it was in blog/blog. That's the URL I am working on right now, and this is the URL right there. So I'm gonna take some bits out, and we can see the blog post started like that with a W3 card like this. So I'm gonna go down, and I'm going to remove some of these bits. I'm going to take it out from here, take the top 2 out, and just leave PHP Echo blog posts in there like that. Save to website and refresh my page. When it loads, it's a little bit slow. I think my internet's gone. Server's running a little bit slow. Nope, still going round at the top. Hold on. Right, there you go. That's changed now. So that's the first bit. I'm going to get rid of these bits down here. I may keep the tags box, but I'm going to get rid of this for now and just put a little something in there. So I'll call it my blog, and just a little PHP blog tutorial by Coder Steve. Oh, I spelled that correctly. Like that. So that's that bit done. We'd get rid of the posts bit, which could probably be from there to there. So I'm just going to copy that, but I will save it. So you always copy in case you need it, or you can use Control and Z to take it back. Right, so this is what we've got so far. It says just a little PHP blog tutorial by Coder Steve. So we've got some tags there. So I'm going to take them out for now because I don't think they're really needed. So let's take some of them tags out. So span, and we'll just leave one in, I guess, and we'll call that one PHP blog or something like that. Let's have a look what happens. Again, my server is running incredibly slow. I don't know why that is. It could be my internet this end. This is going to make this video a little bit more difficult for me right now. It should be running quick. Let's see what happens. Refresh it one more time. And that's ridiculously slow. Just going to... Right, so there you go, it loaded, and we've got that one. Just that. I'm going to remove these 2 buttons here because they're not really needed either right now. That could be another video. So it'll be just this button here and this button here. So you can remove them like so and save to the website. So I'll click that and click save. Right, so that removed them. So we've prepared it ready. So I need to put an image in here to see what it looks like. And we can put an image in here as well. So I'll do that now. Let's see what it looks like. And we'll put it, because it's currently, it says images woods. I'm just going to call it, because my URL directory is blog, I've got an image which I've called tree, and we're just going to call that tree, and save to website. Actually, I put it in a new folder called files, blog files tree.jpg, like that. And I'll show you how to do that now. So we're going to create a new folder first, and we're going to call that files, because this is where we can store all our image files. It's best to, because you don't really want all your images in the same files as your PHP files, so it's always best to put have a separate folder for your images, and then you can upload it and put it in place like that. So I've got that in there now, and if I refresh this page, you'll see what it looks like. It'll probably come out huge. Again, my server is running a little bit slow, so I may need to cut that video if it don't load. I'll give it a few more seconds, and if it don't load, then I'm going to cut the video and try and fix that, and then rejoin the video and start from there. Oh, so there you go. The site can't be reached. I've obviously got internet connection problems this end, so I'm going to cut the video off for now, and I'll be back once. There we go. It did come back. Right, so that's the image, and this is the title. This is the description. That would say read more, and we'll get rid of this little comments box now. So we're just going to get rid of that. I'll go out of that, back to my index.php file. So comments, we don't need that whole span from here to that. Don't need that, and I don't think we need this either. I'm just going to copy it just in case I need it. I'm going to get rid of that for now, like that, and refresh. Again, it's running slow. This is terrible for video. I don't know why my server's running so slow. I'll need to investigate that one a little bit. So we've got rid of that, sorry. Just need to get rid of this little question mark on here, because that don't look very nice. So what I'm going to do is quickly go there now and get rid of that little question mark. And I think it's this little bit of code just there. So I'll just save that again. So when that finally loads, it should be okay, and both things would have been updated. It says timeout. This is so annoying. Alright, let's refresh it one more time. And if it don't work this time, give it 5 seconds. I'm going to cut the video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Okay, so I've rebooted my server, and hopefully that'll fix the issue. So now if I refresh the page, it should load nice and quick. Yeah, it's loading nice and quick. If it happens again, I'll just have to cut the video and keep going like that. So anyway, this is what we've got. This is what it looks like. So I'll need to put really a little image in here to make it look neat for the first page, and then we can move on to some other stuff. So I'm going to go and do that now. Let's have a look what we got. We can call that tree again for that. Just a little tutorial width. We'll put and call that tree.jpg, and it'll be under blog stroke files, and to save to website. Let's have a look what that looks like. There you go. So this is the first page. So that looks like that. So we just want to make this as a link that when this is clicked, it will go through to the next page. So that's the first page of our blog, and then we can go on to move on to things like doing the admin panel. So I'm going to just put a little link in here, and we're going to see what that looks like once it's done. And we come under the read more here as a button. So if I can hyperlink this up to something and try and do it, I'll put a little hyperlink in there. URL, we'll call it blog / item.php $ID equals $ID. But we need to get that a bit further up, so I'll paste that in there for now. Hopefully this don't throw up an error. Put these in front of there, that like that, and see what happens. F5. Oh, my server's running slow again. I must be having a lot of traffic to my server. So anyway, if you click that, it goes blog down the bottom there, item.php ID. So don't actually find an ID. So we need to get the ID now. So select all from there, and we're just going to make one here, like this. We've got the title, description, and the author, but we never actually got the ID. So if I get the ID, like that, because you need the ID of the post. So let's refresh that. and that's better. It says item.php ID equals 1. So that's the first post based off here. There's ID number 1. So really we do need to put the date in here. So I'm going to go to this website called PHP Timestamp Converter. Use this one here called forwebhelp.net, and I'm going to get the current timestamp, which is now. So I'm going to put that in here and paste that in. So now I've got the current timestamp. So that's got the timestamp of that. So I'm going to close that. I don't need that anymore. So now we've got the timestamp. We can put the date in there. I've got my little trusty sheet, and we can use this like this. And I'll copy that, and we'll go to our code. I'm just going to put the date in here like so. So it'll be date. This gets the row date and it converts it to a readable date format. You can change these by looking up in Google PHP date functions, and you can see all different ones which you can add in between these two marks. And then I'm calling it a date. So I'm going to put the date actually on the post somewhere like that. We could put it just above the description, I guess, here, and just say posted on and put the date. So we'll put it just above the description. And where is the description? Just there. So we could just put it in just above there, and I'll call it like that. We'll put a couple of line breaks to separate it, and we'll say posted on like that, and see what this looks like. And my server's still running a little bit slow. As you can see, it's just going round up here. It's so annoying because I'm trying to make this video. I need to investigate it further. I did reboot my server, so something must be getting a lot of traffic to the server, which is quite annoying. So all I want to do is be able to quickly refresh this page, and I can't. I'm going to give it a couple of more seconds. Let's have a look. It's timed out again. That is so annoying. So I'm going to F5 that. Give it 5 seconds, and then I'm going to cut this video off and bring it back. I've got to go and investigate again why it keeps going down. This is a problem my end, nothing to do with the code or anything like that. This is just purely my server playing up, which is really annoying because I've started this video. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey everyone, so we're back again looking at this blog. I managed to see what was going on. It seems like I'm being DDoSed a little bit, so I've blocked some traffic from certain countries to prevent that happening. So anyway, this is what I was last doing. I was putting a date function in here. So it says posted on Wednesday 30th December 2020, and that's the complete look of the front page. So I made this link and it goes to blog item.php. So we need to make that file now, and then we can display this on another page. So if a user clicked this, they'd get another page which shows. So I'll show you how to make that now. So firstly, we want to go to file, save this one to website as item.php. So we copy that like that, and we've saved that to website. So we've got a connection code at the top. So we're going to just get a bit of code from here which gets the variable. So we're going to get the ID. So we need to know which ID to use. So we go, because you want this to display the correct post from the database. So we get ID equals get ID. So we're going to select all from posts where actually we don't need to do it in a while loop this time. So we're going to change this a little bit, and we don't need any of this code here. So I'm just going to get the correct bit of code. It's because it's a single query this time. It doesn't need to be in a loop because you're not echoing out more than one row. You're just getting the one for that, purely for that item. So I'll paste this bit of code in here, and we'll select all from posts where ID equals the ID, which in this case will be number 1. And we've got the rows, so we just need these bits here, possibly title, description, and the author. So I'll just paste them in there. like that. You can copy all this, and we're going to give the date, so we want the date as well, like that. So we've got all the information from the database based on that ID of number 1. So we've got the title, description, author, ID, and the date. So if I take all this out, because we don't actually need that right now, sort of thing like that, log files tree, and like so. Take that out like that. That's it. So now we've got the page, and we don't need that there. Blog posts, we can just change that. So I'm going to just save this to see what it looks like first. I'm going to click this, and my server has gone slow again. So I'm going to cut the video one more time. So back again now. I've managed to fix that. I was having a DDoS from India attacking my server for some weird reason. But anyway, we've created the file. So if I click read more, it goes through to a page like this. So I'm just going to go back and we're going to edit this file because I want it to look a little bit different. So if I go Control and Z, we can put a bit of the code back in from the original file. So I don't need that. So we'll delete that. We don't actually need that bit, but we can get some of the original code from another file. So we delete all this like that. So it's just literally got this at the top of the file. That's all you really need. And we're going to put the blog posts back in here. I should be able to get that bit of code from a file that I used before. So if I go back out of the blog and we'll look at like this one, maybe one of these files has the template which you can get from the beginning of the video, and it was something like this one. It is blog entries, and it ended like that. So maybe we can use it like this. So we'll have a look and paste this in and see if this works. I'm just going to paste this in. This is only testing. And let's have a look, see what happens. And ask to go to the current folder and refresh it. Refresh the page. There you go. Right. So we've got a bit in here. So we need to change this now. Put the title up the top, and we've got the description. We've got the date, and we want an image. We can put the image here, for example. And we might not necessarily need this over here because that's just a standard bit, the same as what we had. So let's put the stuff into place. So we've got take out this link. We don't need one that says home page, or we could say blog home or something. Yeah, we'll keep that there, and we'll call that blog home. Just so I can go backwards and forwards and put / blog. Right, so we're going to call that the title, and we've got the date, we've got the description, and now we're going to put in the image. So we need to image 1 or something like that. So let's have a look at it. There you go. This is the title, and that's what we had. This is the title. This is the description and thing, and there. So we've got the title, description, the date, and the description. We ain't got the author. Did I put the author? Right, Coder Steve. So we can echo out the author. So let's do that now. So where should we put the author? We'll put the author just here underneath the description. So let's go and do that now, and we'll put the author, and we'll write posted by, and then put the author like that, and check if we've got author. If we've got author, and paste that. Let's see what it looks like. Posted by Coder Steve. So that's how we want it to look. So just go down a little bit more. I'm going to put a couple more tags, and then we're going to put the image in as well. So we need to, firstly, we need to make the image go into the database. We ain't actually got the structure here for image, which is wrong. So we need to change the structure and add one field after author. And I'm going to quickly go to my notepad and write this in. Image 1, and the length can be 250, like that. So I'm just going to paste these in. I'm going to call it image 1, and the length can be 250, and call it that, and we'll save. And then we'll go back to the post table, and I'm going to put in here the name of that file. We'll call it tree.jpg, because we know that file exists. So we've got that all in position. So that's that post. It says this is the title, this is the description, the author, and the image 1 is actually called that, and that's the date in a timestamp. So if I go back to the files, and we'll edit the item file again, and we want the image 1 to display there. So we need to get the image 1 from the database, so you can copy any of these, but we'll just put it down a little bit further, and I'll call it image 1, and we'll put the variable. So that's actually going to echo out tree at the moment. So then we could change that, so we'll say image 1 equals, and then we'll put in a image tag, and we'll call the file $image1, and we don't need to link it to nothing, so we can put it like that, but we must put the variable, highlight the variable like that. So now that just says image1 equals tree, but that's not a correct URL because it needs to be blog/files/tree.php, because that's the actual location of the image, which is in here, blog files tree.jpg. You get me? So that's where we're going to put that. So image 1 goes in there, and we'll call that image 1. And if we want, we're going to just give it a size, width equals, and height equals. So if we say we'll give it a width of 400 and a height of, say, 400, so it's like a square, and we'll put that there, and we'll call it image 1, because you get in that row image 1 first, and then you're changing it about, and then you're going to paste it in. So let's echo it out and see what happens, and see what it looks like on my actual item page. And this is how it will look. This is how a blog post will look, which looks quite good. I don't think we really need this in here at the moment, but we're just going to leave that for the sake of it. So as you can see from here now, I've created the blog homepage, and we've created the first blog post. So if you click read more, item.php id equals 1, and then you've got your first blog post. So what we need to do next is to actually create a admin file sort of thing that you can use to edit your blog and add new posts to this website. And when you add them, they'll all go in here as new ones, and with a correct image, because you'll use an image upload form to add in. So let's have a look at what we can do. Firstly, we're going to edit the index file, and I'm going to create one called, actually I can edit this item file, and we'll save that one as, I'm going to save it as admin.php. So I'll save that like that, and we need to go back to the index file. I'm just going to put a little hyperlink somewhere. I'm going to put it under here that just says admin, because this is just for testing. It's nothing, you know. So I'll put that under there in a new paragraph tag, and we'll call this, put a little hyperlink in here, and the URL can be admin.php. So there you go, and we'll call it admin panel. People probably love this because they can see it. Right, so we'll call that there, and we'll put that in. That goes to a file called admin.php. Well, we've already just created that because I renamed that item 1 to that. So I'll refresh this page, and there you go. Thank you for watching. I've got a little admin panel link. So I'll click this, and it just goes to that. Sorry, I need to change the URL, so I'm going to hit back and just change that to correct. So I didn't include / needs to be blog / because I'll put that at the root directory. I forgot to put it in this folder that we're currently working in. So I'll save the website, and I'll show you what I mean. I didn't put it there. I was specifying this area, but it ain't. We're actually working in here. So that's the file I need to connect to. So if we click it again, it will just, oh, sorry, I need to refresh the page because it didn't reload. I've changed the thing, the hyperlink. So there you go. This is admin.php. So I'm going to put, what we need to do here is put a little login box, and when they log in, they'll get to the actual login area where you can actually administer your blog. So in that file called admin.php, this is admin.php, and we can take out, what's it say, blog home. I'll just say take out the date. We don't need the date, and I can just write in here something like log in below to access the admin panel. We don't need that, and we don't need that. So we need to just put a form that goes in there. So we'll just write that like that for now. And I'll refresh this page, and then it says login below to access the admin panel, and the form goes here. So that's how you can do that. So if I go back to some of my code, because I've already got the form code in some of my other videos. So if we look at the login system I've done, I've got a video for this, which you can check my channel and you can find it. So the login system we want to, it's just the login.php file. So we need two of these files possibly. So I'll just click edit, because then I can look at them down the bottom, and we can use that one, logged in, and we'll use this one, the index. Let's have a look at the index file, see if it's got a login form. There you go. We've actually got a login form. So I'm going to reuse this bit of code. Take this, and I'm going to go back to my admin thing, and where it says form goes here, and paste this bit of code in here. Now this, I need to specify it correctly. So blog /login, and it's going to ask for the username and password, and there's going to be a submit. So I'm going to save that as admin.php, and you can see what it looks like now. There you go. It says login below to access the admin panel. So it's got a username and password, and then you click this login, and it'll take you to a file that we want to only us to be able to access. So I'm going to we're going to use the login.php that we had down below. So I'm going to make a new folder here, and I'm just going to drag these files across from my login system script. So we'll use login. So I'll download that one, and we won't bother about the logged in file because we'll make a new one. So it's literally just this one we need to edit. So I'm going to go back to the blog, and we can upload this file and start playing around with it. So I'm going to close that down there because I don't need them. We don't need that anymore. So let's see what's in here. See what we can do. Right, so we include the connection code at the top as usual. We get the username, the password. This time, because I've only put the password in the database as plain text, we don't need the encryption bit. So I'm just going to echo that out. So you don't actually need that. So we've got the password and the username. So we're selecting all from, and we change this. We created the admin in part 1 of this series, and it was up here and under here, and it was here. So this is where we created the admin. So you can click browse, and I'll put the username as admin and the password as admin also. and we created that in part 1. So if you ain't watched part 1, watch part 1 and you'll see how I created this whole section. So we've got select from admin where username equals username and password equals password. If there's a match, we'll start a session, and I'm going to take it to, let's take it to /blog/ and we'll call it something. I'm going to say admin panel.php. So that's where we're going to take it, and if it don't work, then we're going to take it back to the blog URL. So if it logs in, it's going to take us to admin.panel.php. That's where I want it to send it, and that's where we can add new posts to the blog and edit posts, etc. So if I click login, save this one as login, sorry, and we're in the correct folder, everything's there. So we can test it and see if it logs in. So admin, and close that and put admin. So we've got admin and admin. We're going to click this and see what happens. There you go. It takes us to the admin panel.php, but it doesn't exist. So if I change that password and just put some numbers, this should just reload blog folder. There you go. See, it didn't actually do anything. So I'm going to close that. So if I go back to the admin and I'll change it to the correct one, admin, so ADMIN, and we'll leave that there for there. So we'll just create this admin panel file. So we've got the admin, so I'm going to copy this one, edit. We're going to save this one actually, save the website, and we're just going to rename that as admin panel. So now we've got a file that is actually called admin panel, and I'm just going to look at the logged in piece of code to get the session at the top. So login system logged in, just going to get the session at the top. We've got it here, and this just goes above the connection code. So I'm just going to copy them bits from the login system. So I'm going to go to admin panel, and we can paste this bit up the top here. Session start, so we're getting the username, and don't need any of that for now, and we don't need any of that for now. So we've got the username, so say PHP blog, and I'll just change this to say logged in as PHP echo $username, like that, logged in as, and just make that a little bit bold so it stands out a little bit, and then I'll just leave these bits down there. We don't need the form, I don't need that bit actually, because this is the admin panel, and that's it like that. So let's save that to website. That's admin panel. And here we go. We're going to log in and see what happens. Oh, a data breach has surpassed. This just means that the password admin and admin is actually leaked on the internet somewhere, and it's up for sale, and they've just picked it up. So that's nothing to worry about. It's just admin and admin is a very common combination, and it's just leaked all over the internet and probably for sale in some password lists. So I'll click OK on that and close that, and there you go. Look, I'm logged in as admin. See that? And can get back to the blog home. I'm actually logged in. So here we can put our forms and our current posts and stuff like that, and we can put them all here. So if you want to, we can put a button that says create new post, view posts, delete posts, etc. So that will be in the next tutorial on how to admin your blog. So if I was to copy this URL, copy, and go to the blog home, it's probably going to keep me logged in because I actually created a logout button. So if I just fire it back up and paste this in and see if it keeps me logged in and hit enter, yeah, it keeps me logged in. So the session will only last for about 20 minutes or so, and then it will log you out and you just log back in again. But that's part 2 of how to create a PHP blog. I hope you liked it, and the little hiccups we had with my server. But that was just generally a server issue. It was nothing to do with the code. It was I was being DDoSed by some Indian traffic, and I managed to block them. so they can't do it and ruin my tutorial. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll post part 3 shortly where I'll show you how you can edit your blog posts, add new blog posts, etc., and change the way your blog looks. But this is how it currently looks, and this is the first post. So when in the admin panel, we'll create a new blog post in the next tutorial, and that one will appear higher than this one, and they'll just keep can scroll down the page, and that's how you create your blog posts. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. That would be much appreciated, and I'll see you in part 3 of how to create a PHP blog. Thanks for watching.